That's amazing. That's amazing. Two
That
black
was super
swans,
fair.
huh?
Yeah.
So, how often do you see black swans, right?
I don't know. I don't know that rare that is.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not that rare.
I think it seems rare.
Black swans matter, you know.
So black, they do absolutely. Black swans matter. So do white
You know what's
swans.
amazing? You know what's amazing to me? That's
Full
the
swans.
first time I ever saw that phrase, Black Lives Matter. Right? I didn't have a clue or ever hear about it, and I thought to myself, that's kind of a provocative thing to say, and it was on the UU Church in Belfast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had this big
Oh,
sign that says
I
Black Lives Matter.
know.
And I'm like, that's kind of odd. You know, then we went through the whole, campaign and blah, blah. And they still have that on their shirt. I think it's so stupid. How can, first of all, how can you bring attention to one race? First of all, to me, that in itself is kind of, I mean, that's technically racial, right? If you want to
I
present
know. It's
one,
the whole thing. It's so because it's so
it
crazy.
takes away the whole
So,
unity
Mark, let
thing,
me
the whole.
introduce you to the channel. So, Maria's here. Hi, darling. Gina's here. Hi, darling. Pat Gaines is here. Hi, sweetie. Okay, this is my friend Mark, guys. We're not we're not going to talk about people's personal lives, but we can, except for what they already know about me. And I mean, but
Yeah.
but Mark is living right now in South Carolina after living in my town for many, many years, right?
25 years, actually.
25 years. Okay,
Yeah.
so Mark is living
In
down there now.
Greenville. Yeah, I'm in
Louis
Greenville. So
Greenville. I gotta
I'm
get
on the bike trail. It's part of the thing that brings people to Greenville is this nice bike trail which
really.
goes
You know what?
many.
I want to get. I want to show. I want to get. I want to open up a. I want to get on my computer and look up Greenville, so everybody
Yeah,
can see
so I'll
it.
give you the brief history on Greenville. So the
Okay.
reason why Greenville is the reason why people are coming here
Yeah.
is, well, okay, so in 1960 they had this 4-lane bridge over a beautiful waterfall.
Ooh.
And this waterfall is actually right next to the downtown. So for 40 years, from 1960 to 2000, they talked about getting rid of this bridge and, this major freeway and kind of opening it up and
Yeah.
creating a park. And then the Greenville,
Sounds
what do
lovely
you call
down
them? The
there.
women that do the flowers and whatnot. They were behind it too. Anyway, so they made the move and decided to tear down this bridge, which they did. And so they got rid of the bridge. It opened up and they created a 12-acre park. And so there, everything's surrounding around this nice waterfall, very wide, beautiful space, which had been covered up for 40 years. And then in 2004, they decided to build, in place of the 4-lane freeway, they decided to build a suspension walk bridge, beautifully designed, where it's held up by cables, and they wanted to have limited or minimal structure, so it would be very visible. Like when you get up there, you can see a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's only 2 major poles holding up the cables, which hold up the suspension bridge, and that was a big deal. That's 20 years ago. They just had the 20-year anniversary celebration not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that really, and then from there they built all these bike trails coming out of downtown Greenville. So what you got is a downtown section that has this 12-acre park, beautifully laid out. I mean, there's just, the scenery is beautiful, and it's along the water that goes through it. And so it's a very smartly designed, beautiful place. So it brings a lot of people here, and it's put them on the map. So when you go look up some of the nicest places to live, Greenville's on the map because people like that. They like the park. And then the bike trails extend north to Travelers Rest. That's a 12-mile going north. There's a south one that goes all the way to Malden, which is another town, probably 15 miles south. They keep extending the bike trail. So then things are getting built along the trail, like houses or shops. And so it's just, and plus Greenville has a lot of trees. It's a very green place. And anyway, so there's my historical definition or explanation of why Greenville has become kind of a popular place
So are
to
you?
be.
You're not near the coast.
So now, can we talk about poop or what do we?
Yeah, but you're not near you're not near the coast. You're more inland.
Yeah. So the way South Carolina is we have foothills, mountains. Greenville is kind of they call it the foothills, and then as you go further north, like into Asheville or other northern towns, it's definitely more hilly. Plus, there's a lot of national
Oh,
forests there, so
Greenville.
really
It's
a
at the
lot of it's
top.
not
I
even.
see it. I see it. Okay, look, let me show my.
There's an extensive amount of national forests.
Okay, here's South Carolina, guys. I'm actually. Ooh, awkward. Hold on a second, Mark.
But now, what I tell people here is that the beautiful thing about Maine.
So wait a minute. So Asheville is just north of there, but you guys didn't get into. Well, how'd you guys do in the storm?
Oh, actually, we got a lot of wind, and I've never seen so many oak trees pushed over in my life.
Really?
This has never happened. This kind of thing here, and I think it's probably.
What do you think it was?
Definitely. What do I think it was? I don't know. It was a hurricane.
Do you think it was weather?
You want to get into whether it was fueled by? Well, we know they can control weather.
Yeah. What about the lithium mines?
Yeah, there's probably something to that.
Mm-hmm. And I heard also really clear quartz is in that North Carolina hills. Yeah. The hills.
Different sides of the story. One side is that they're looking to devastate the area so they could go in and then buy up people's property and then have access to those minerals. And then the other side of the story is where the White Hats have gone in to drown that area to flush out a lot of tunnels, underground, dumps, DUND.
Oh, really? In the mountains?
I mean, again, those are two sides of the story I've heard, so I don't know what's true, what's not. I'm just
wow.
So I don't know. But
do you still believe in? Well, we won't get into it. So let me ask you this. Okay, I'm just looking at the map of the town. So Greenville, huh? So how far is the nearest airport? Do you have your own airport?
Actually, very close by. There's a Greenville Spartanburg International Airport.
Oh, Spartanburg. I was just going to ask you, is how far away is Spartanburg?
It's not far. I mean, you got.
And how far are you from Myrtle Beach?
4 hours.
Okay.
Driving.
All right.
Yeah. As a kid, I used to go there every summer because my grandparents lived 20 minutes from the beach in Conway. Mm-hmm. So as a kid, I have many memories of Myrtle Beach. I haven't been there in a long time. I don't know. It's probably a little crazy at this point.
So I'm looking at the border. So you're very close to the border of North Carolina. Greenville. There we go. So you're very close to the border.
Asheville's an hour drive.
Wow. Where's Asheville? So so the thing that was shocking was that Asheville, which I learned from my tenant actually, that Asheville is known to be where it can't get hit by natural disasters, and yet it was destroyed.
This has never happened. Nothing even close. There's never.
I mean, isn't Asheville destroyed right now? That's what I heard.
I mean, I don't know all the details. I mean, the flooding was what did it in a lot of these little towns. Mm-hmm. So.
My daughter went through there 2 days before this happened.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 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 Thank God she made it out. Thank God. She's very blessed. Yeah. She's blessed.
Right. No, there was a huge influx of population in Asheville through the years. I mean, just.
So did you suffer any did you lose power? Did you guys lose power?
My mom was without power for 54 hours. Okay. I flew into Maine the day before.
You did?
And I was in Maine.
What?
For 8 days.
And you didn't look me up, brat. That's okay. I'll get over it. I'll let it go.
I had a car that I was trying to unload my daughter. I'd let my daughter have a car to use, and she bought her own car.
So you were here for 8 days for a week?
Yeah.
Okay. 8 days, a week and a day. Right before? So you were actually up here during these storms?
Yeah, I was going to fly out Friday, and I realized the storm was coming Friday, so I figured I better leave Thursday. So I chose Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
my older daughter has a part-time job at the airline, so I
Really?
can get tickets, to
Oh,
fly up,
wow.
like standby kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so I decided to just take off.
So why did you come up to Maine?
Oh, because my daughter had bought her own car, and the car that I let her use was I needed to get it and sell it. And,
Okay.
yeah,
Really?
anyway,
Gosh,
so we're
Mark,
gonna
it's so
talk
weird.
about.
So you have kind of moved, except for the box of stuff, I guess. But no, so you don't have a car up here now, or did you take your car back down? You flew, so you don't. So are you saying you
Oh,
had a car?
I bought a car for my daughter in January
Yeah.
for her to use.
Right.
And so and then once she was done with it, I didn't really need a second car. So
Really?
yeah,
You had two cars? I didn't know you.
I mean, I bought that one for her to drive,
Yeah.
to use.
Right.
She needed a car.
Right.
So
And
I
then
still have my little car
where did you keep your little car?
here.
Okay. Where'd you keep that?
Oh, it's here. I mean, I have to have a car here.
Oh, you drove it down.
I did. I drove it down.
So you're saying your daughter, you gave her a car to use, but then she didn't need it anymore, so you sold it?
She bought her own car.
She didn't want to use it to trade it in?
I mean, it's my car, technically.
Oh,
And
I
I was
see.
letting her.
Oh, I see.
She could have bought it from me, but
Sure.
she wanted a different car, her own
I
car.
see.
So
I get it.
it's fine.
All right, that's not, whatever. It all works out. You can do what you got to do. We dealt with the whole car thing too when my daughter was here. She's got this big van. She ends up driving it back west with her kitty cat, this adorable ginger cat who has so much personality. He forced himself. He forced his way in. Like, you had to deal with him because he was, and he was really the best cat. Like, he would melt in your arms if you picked him up.
Cat's meow.
Oh, he was. And he was such a good cat for her because this cat, I've never seen an orange cat behave like this, but this cat, because my cats were never uber cuddlers. They were very devoted to me, very loyal to me, and but they weren't, this cat would sleep on her chest and snuggle into her neck all night.
Yeah.
Like that kind of cat. And he would she could put him in the crooks of her arm and her shoulder, and he'd just stay there and snuggle her all night. I mean, I've heard of cats doing that, but I never had one of my own. So I'm kind of like, wow, that is like an amazing. I mean, at one point I thought he was too much energy for me. I was like, I can't maintain this cat relationship. I'm too busy. This guy needs so much attention.
Right.
Like, what, I got other things to do, and I really didn't want to deal with the kitty litter, and she did all of that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? I'd rather have an outdoor cat if I was going to have a cat, but I am kind of missing having a cat.
Speaking of kitty litter and poop.
Yeah, speaking of kitty, yeah, you're right. Let's get back to the poop subject. Guys, this conversation is about poop, and it's about shit. We're talking shit, okay? We're talking shit, we're talking shite.
Actually, let's
and we are talking shit, and we are talking about shit.
Let's get even more detailed, right?
Let's get into it, baby.
We're talking about, cow, manure for fertilization for
Hola, senor. I'm talking to Martin, Senor Martin, mi sobrino. He's my nephew. I've got this friend from England, and we made friends over Spanish, and because we both like learning Spanish. So he's in the chat. So anybody new coming in? Hello, hola. Hit the like. How do you say hit the like in Spanish? I'm talking to my friend Mark, who used to live in my town and rode his bike everywhere, and we were friends, and I saw him everywhere. And he's saying to me that we met in June at the farmer's market, sat down and had a meal together, chit-chatted, hung out a bit, me and my youngest daughter. And I barely remember it, but I don't remember him telling me he was like moving out of Belfast or moving out of Maine. I don't remember him saying anything that made me think that that's what was happening. And because I was either rejecting the idea or just blurring over it or just not thinking it was too serious. I don't know. Did I say goodbye? Like, goodbye, Mark? Is this the end? I mean, I don't think that's how we said goodbye.
You said, Mark, I'm so glad you'll have a place to ride your bike in the winter.
That's what I said?
Yes, no, you didn't, but that's what I was thinking you would hopefully say.
I'm sure. Sounds like something I would have said, actually.
There's nothing more sad than to put your bike away.
I know. I agree with you.
For, 4 or 5 months?
Totally. I absolutely agree.
So poop, right? Fertilizer.
Yeah, fertilizer.
The importance of that is the minerals in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, when you're looking to eat the right foods and get the nutrients that you need, it's all the minerals that your body really needs. So,
Oh, look,
and
48.
as you know, the way they farm these days, you're not really getting much of that because the soil's kind of depleted. But I guess if you go, which a lot of us are doing now, is buying low poop and whatnot.
Right. And also chicken shit is supposed to be like the premier. And that stuff smells so bad that I will not, I refuse to use chicken shit. I remember my mom, when she moved to Solon, she had this big farm at the top of the world. She had this 250 acre, 225 or something like that, over 200 acres. And in the most beautiful country, this huge barn. It was like a real farm. And she wanted to be a farmer because she's really a farm girl. Anyway, she buys this giant pile of chicken shit for the garden, right? Because she was a real gardener. She was really good at gardening. She had the green thumb. And she gardened ever since she was young. She always gardened. And she gardened the whole time she raised us kids. She was up there in the garden. She didn't get us to help her as much as she probably could have, and we probably weren't easy, but she always thought I was her gardener. But my sister gardens, so we both garden. We all garden. All the women in my family. Most of us do garden. Anyway, I'll never forget how bad it smelled. And I remember thinking, I will not buy this stuff. I don't care how good for the garden it is. I will never, ever buy this stuff. I'd rather get horse manure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because of the smell.
All right. So I'm gonna have to get off the call here.
What?
Someone calling me. Well, but the punchline that I was getting to is, as I've told you with my barley grass juice powder, and the reason why I take that daily every morning is because of the minerals that are in there, and of course grasses, barley, wheat, alfalfa. Those grasses have very deep roots, 20 feet deep roots, so they're pulling up all the...
So you're eating like a horse, so which eats the healthy grass, so that's why your poop is probably valuable. You should sell your poop. Maybe it's worth something.
So it's the minerals, right? So that's the key thing that we all need.
Mark, I think you should call that person back because this is a once in a lifetime thing. We're not going to be doing this again. I mean, we never know. I mean, I'll
give you the punchline.
All right.
That is the key ingredient that we all need, because the barley grass juice powder has over 100 minerals. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they're so if you're taking something like that, that's how you're getting what your body really needs to function and to build strong bones. All of that stuff. And what do your bones produce? They produce blood, right? Blood comes out of your bone marrow. So, yeah, everything is within the basic ingredients of minerals. Mm-hmm. The simplest, cheapest way to get that is through, say, like barley grass juice powder. Okay, on that note, I'm going to have to sign off.
All right, my dear. It was great talking.
My tip for the day.
All right, thank you.
For the life of everyone that wants to have a healthier life.
He believes in barley grass. I
believe in getting all your minerals.
I bought that barley grass, but I don't know why I don't take it. I'm not sure. I think I don't like the taste or something.
You can get your minerals in different ways. Pink salt, but you don't get as much out of pink salt or
pink salt.
Celtic salt, which is from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You get about 70 some minerals. You get over 100 with these grasses, and it's the chlorophyll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The roots pull it up, put it into the leaves with the sun. Yeah. Chlorophyll. Mm-hmm. The lifeblood.
Well, I think one thing I want to say while you're still online with me, he rode his bike. We were in the park, right? And he rode his bike by a huge group of people who were gathering to fight. They were holding up a sign fighting human trafficking. Go on.
Well, they weren't fighting. Let's don't get it. It's not nothing. It was a message they were putting out.
Yeah.
They were concerned about human trafficking, so they had signs up.
Mm-hmm.
They were quiet. They weren't. They were just walking by on the trail.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I stopped my bike and was asking them, who was the only president to ever sign an executive order to stop human trafficking? And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of them looked at me like they didn't know. There was a few that knew and answered the questions, but I wanted them to know that there was a president, the only president, who actually signed executive order to put an end to that. And we're seeing results from it daily,
Mm-hmm.
actually, or if you look at some news. Anyway, so I'm going to sign off. I enjoyed speaking. We can talk again.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll come down and visit. I'll stay in an Airbnb. Is there an Airbnb down there?
There's everything down here.
You've always raved. You've always made it sound so fantastic. I mean, because I might take 2 months off in the dead of winter and go. Either I'm going to hide out and not go anywhere, or I'm going to go somewhere warm. So I'm not sure, but I think I am going to take a couple months to regroup and just I hate
have a winter, but it's by mid-February it starts to end. So
I mean, I really don't want to travel in a lot of ways. What was it like flying? What was it like?
I say March and April are probably like really good times.
How was the flight? Like which airline did you take, and how was the experience? Was it crowded, or what were the people?
I didn't have any problems there. Mm-hmm. But I got to get off the phone.
All right, hon.
You guys enjoy your day.
Thank you, hon.
Thanks for inviting me to the chat.
Definitely. Yeah, come back.
Breathe some good air.
We'd love to talk shite with you again, darling.
Right.
Absolutely. Bloody well right.
Absolutely.
You take care, love. All right,
cheers.
Jazz.
Bye-bye.
Good talking. Bye, hon. Wow, that's my old friend Mark. I cannot fucking believe... I do have a little sadness in me now that I know that he moved. I am a little... He said he wants to be up here from June to October. This is the most beautiful month. I mean, this is gorgeous. Okay, it's the middle of October. It's October 19th. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm sitting out here on my porch. I have to go to the dump. I really need to go to the dump. And but here I am doing a live with you, talking shite. Now, what are different types of manure? I'm going to read this because I texted him. I'm like, I emailed him. His other phone didn't work. I was like, I hope this guy's still alive. I'm like, where the hell is Mark? Because usually I hear from him like once a month. I mean, he always gives me a call. I'm like, I was like, oh, he's blown me off, And I was like, oh, I think Mark must be mad at me because I haven't heard from him, or he died, or what happened to Mark? And I was like, yeah, and his mom lives in either North Carolina or South Carolina. I never get it straight, even though he tells me every time. I always ask him, and I can still never remember. Now I remember South Carolina, very close to North Carolina. It's very close. Now I looked at the map. Now I know where he is when he's talking about it. I never know what he's talking about when he talks about Greenville. So he loves it down there, but he loves Maine, and he loves the lifestyle in Maine, and he loves the handshake, what it was, and he loves the lack of traffic. He loves riding his bike. I don't know. He loves Maine. Some people just love Maine, and they love Belfast. And it's one of those things. And I'm one of those people who loves Belfast. It's not like, oh, I love Maine, even though I do love Maine. I do love Maine, but I mean, I don't love everything about Maine. It's not like, oh, Maine. It's more like this town caught my heart and has never let go. And that's just the way it is. So we're talking, okay, because of the whole sewer line thing, and because I've been charged a second sewer line, and because I've always wondered, ever since James Casbolt, I don't know how much battery I fucking have. Thanks for coming in, guys. It's really nice. Hi, Luna. Good to see you, babe. Hey, Wild Angel. Good to see you. Actually, I wanted to go into your chat and say hi, and then I got shy because there's some people in there who don't like me. But I wanted to hear what you had to say. Hey, Nicole. Hola, equipo rosa. Equipo. ¿Qué es esto, señora? Hi, Aurora. Good to see you, babe. I see you guys. Jack M. I see you guys have been having your chat. What? Is that real Peggy or fake Peggy? I can't believe Peggy's in here. That's not the real Peggy. Typical. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, it is Peggy that makes the fake accounts. I was going to do a short about that. See, Mark got off and everybody left. Not everybody. Still got 36 people here. Thank you guys. I need some more likes. That I was going to make a clip showing all of the fake accounts that I'm being accused of, and none of them are me. And I believe it's Peggy making them all, fighting with herself, acting like, and even pretending, she doesn't like herself and fighting with her. It's all the same person, psychotic person. And it's very scary shit. And honestly, if, when people go real life on these off of YouTube, that's unacceptable to me, and it's very dangerous. And I've already my address has been used in an illegal activity that is not mine, and I was really upset about that. Really upset about that. I just couldn't believe somebody would do something like that. It's so bad to do that. It's like such bad karma, to do that. And I know better for myself because I'm all about karma, All right, let's read. I want to talk about this poop thing so I emailed Mark. I'm like, how are you? What's going on? I haven't heard from you in so long. So he calls me. And he is in South Carolina helping his mom, who's elderly. And she's a Leo, like me. She knows what she wants. She knows how she does it. She's been doing her own life for a long time. She doesn't want anybody telling her how to do her life. I get it. That's how I am. When you're older, you're like, nobody younger is going to tell me how to live. Nobody younger than me gets to tell me how to do me. Especially if you didn't give birth to me, or you're not paying my bills, you don't really have a chance. You don't really have it's like you have no rights at all. And if I didn't ask you for your opinion, you don't have, it's like, I also have no right to tell anybody else how to live their life, who they can be friends with, how to interact, how to feel. It's just like, I don't do it. I don't want people doing that to me. We can have our nice, clear boundaries. It's all good. I count on you I trust you all to handle yourselves in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now. My eyes couldn't handle it anyways. I'm just glad the screen isn't blank. I'm sitting here with a circle going around, and everyone's like, your internet sucks, your internet sucks, So Mark calls me back. We start talking about manure. And I was like, this sewer thing is a thing. And he was living in a place. He had this back shed, right? This guy had this work shed or, studio, and they turned it into a nice space. And that's where Mark lived for 4 years. And he had an outhouse. And I lived with an outhouse for many years because of my mom. She left New York. She, got out of the marriage that was very miserable and unhappy for her. And she raised her kids. Her kids were getting shipped off to boarding school because the marriage was so bad and the fighting was so bad and the household was such a mess. And my mother took what money she got and moved to Maine and bought land and built herself a cabin and started her new life in Maine, where she always wanted to be. She made friends with farmers and real old pioneer type people. That's what my mother was, a pioneer woman. And if anybody is abusive in the chat, of course, We're on a live on my phone. That's what we're on. Good to see you guys. Oh, I saw the bonfire, and I was about to say, hey guys, hey, well, I wanted to hear about your cruise. And at first I didn't see any enemies in there. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. And I was like, oh, that person doesn't like me. I'm not going to go in there and make people feel bad that I don't even know. And people I don't even have the chance to know who already judge me. Those people that know you because you put yourself out there, but you don't know them. You know what I mean? So I have this Samsung that I have an Apple, and the Samsung is not working. It's not active, but it is. But it is somewhat active. So yeah, I wanted to come and say hi, and I was like, oh, if I see her, I'll say hi. So I'm saying hi, and I'm saying that I did want to hear about your adventures on the cruise, because I've never been on a cruise. And I come from a sailing family, so you have to go sailing. Motorboats are not even like allowed. You know what I mean? You have to be sailing and like tough and like, you know, you can't have it easy. My dad never did anything that was ever comfortable or soft or kind or nice or in any way, you know what I mean? His boats were like mean sharks. So manure comes from any animal. So we started talking about manure. So I said, look, if you eat really well, why can't your manure be as golden as a horse's? Because he was saying that horses eat grass. Now, he's into this wheatgrass thing. And, oh, my God, there's a dog. Look, guys. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, my God, there's a giant white St. Bernard his head was sticking. Oh, my God, that dog must be huge. The head of the dog, this huge white head of this dog was sticking out of the roof of the car, out of the skylight. The dog's head, this big, and with this big happy grin on its face. It was getting air. It was sick. So its body was probably in the back, but like its head was sticking up through the skylight. I cannot believe that. I can't believe that's allowed. In a way, only because I don't know, why shouldn't it be allowed? People should do whatever they want to do. Who am I to tell people what to do? So it's all created equal. In order to kill any seeds and break down effectively, it needs to reach a temperature of at least 140 degrees. See, we had an outhouse, and all you do is you do your business, right? Then you use your toilet paper, I guess. I guess you could use a bidet. And then you throw in some, there were two things we threw in. We threw in a handful of, like straw, I think. And then we threw in a handful of some kind of granular thing, which I can't remember now. Somebody's looking at my house. Don't look at my house. Somebody's staring at my house. They're driving by and staring at my house. It's a beautiful day. I honestly should go do something. But then again, I also don't mind sitting here and being outside enjoying this gorgeous day from my safety of my porch. But I do need to go do a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, time very dependent on different types of animal manure. For instance, any cat feces or dog manure must compost for at least 2 years and cannot be applied directly to food crops. Why do they say that? Human manure or humanure should never be used in the landscape. Drugs, diseases, and many more, this is something I'm reading, and many more potential problems are harbored in our waste, and only professional composters possess the tools and knowledge to adequately and safely compost human waste. Bullshit. You can compost your own waste in using hay. First of all, you eat a good diet. You don't do drugs. You don't ingest crap. And you drink healthy water. And you distill the water, or if you have to filter it, whatever. You have a healthy life off of natural earth. Then you have an outhouse, and you pee and poop in a drum. You add green and brown and tan, natural earth organic products that help decompose. It all works together. Some people stir it now and then, but you put green stuff in there. You put dried grass, you put green grass, you put, maybe dried grass. And then you cover it with dried grass, with wheat, or, with, hay, right? And then that's it. And then it's covered for the next person. Probably losing battery. Okay, so I think we need to rethink this. Anyways, okay, so Mark, my friend, is very healthy, and he drinks wheatgrass every friggin' day. And he looks really young. Now, he did have a ponytail. He says he's cut that off since. Maybe the ponytail threw me off. Because I don't remember him saying he was moving to South Carolina. I absolutely don't remember it. I don't remember this big dramatic goodbye. I don't remember him telling me like it was like that. So, what is this? Hold on a second. Human manure. Let's talk shit. See, outhouse, right? In this era of environmental consciousness and sustainable living, it may seem composting human waste, sometimes known as humanure, makes sense. The topic is highly debatable, but most experts agree, who are the experts, that using human waste as compost is a bad idea. Of course they do, because they want it. Others believe that human waste composting can be effective, but only when it's done according to accepted protocols and strict safety guidelines. Let's learn about it. It shouldn't be any different if you're eating vegetables. This is crazy, guys. They want our poop. Why? It's valuable. It's very valuable, I'm telling you. One person's shite is another person's medicine, right? And then we had, what's her name, talking about that. So, someone loves me. I can feel it. I love you. Love you too. Thank you. Love. Maybe it's you guys. I feel some love coming into my heart. Thank you, guys. I love you too. Sub me up. Sub me up and like the video and share the video if you want to talk about shite and poop. Let's talk about poop, guys. It's not like my favorite thing, but like I have to tell you, I think we have to talk about it. I know it seems cray-cray. Get it. Got it. On it. Don't like poop either, but you know what? Everyone, if they make brains from human feces, I mean, come on, we have to look into this. In the home garden, composted human waste is considered to be unsafe for use around vegetables and berries, fruits, and other. I think that's bullshit. You compost it and then you bring it into the garden later, like after a year and a half or something. Although human waste is rich in plant healthy nutrients. Oh, giving us some credit, huh? It also contains viruses, bacteria. So does all poop. Come on. Other pathogens, blah, blah, blah. That's just because people are full of drugs and gross. Managing waste is not sensible. Oh, come on. Bullshit. This is mind control. I believe that it's okay to human. Look, we got to rethink this, guys. It's a tiny bit of. If you eat healthy, you should not be afraid of your poop. Highly processed sewage sludge, known as biosolid waste. Although human waste at home is not. The large-scale composting facility technology to process the waste at extremely high temperatures, extended lengths of time. Act like our poop is so bad. The resulting product is heavily regulated and frequently tested. They're trying to cleanse it. They're looking for something. There's something in our poop that's valuable. I really think I'm onto something. I'm just making it up. It's just, it's alleged, okay? It's alleged, guys. Allegedly. By the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, to ensure bacteria and pathogens are below detectable levels. Come on, guys. We throw chicken shit on our garden, but we're paranoid about human shit. The highly processed sewage sludge, generally known as biosolid waste, is often used for agricultural application where it improves soil quality and reduces dependence on chemical fertilizers. However, it's because you put chemicals in our food, motherfuckers. However, stringent record keeping and reporting are required. In spite of the high-tech, closely monitored process, some environmental are concerned. Using human manure in gardens, composting toilets, sawdust. See? This is what my mom did. We did sawdust, grass clippings, kitchen waste, and newspaper. Yes, I remember all of that. My mom did it. I know how to do it. I've lived like this. I know how to do it. Grass skip. See? This is what we used, guys. There's nothing wrong with it. Mark was using it. And it's good. We need to rethink this. Ugh, that looks gross. Anyway, I don't want this, okay? Let's discuss this. I'm going to plug in all my stuff. I need to get everything plugged in. Let me check something. Oh, be-doo. It's fall, guys. It's a spectacular day. It's absolutely spectacular, guys. I might have to go get my, bunch of, I got some chorzio to do, guys. I got some chorzio haze. Oh, come on. Why do you always take away my internet, you naughty. Soupy scamma dama do. Ting tong. That's how I talk to my grandson. He loves it. He thinks I'm so funny. He keep it down. Kakipi doo. Ding dong dong. Doobie doo. Oh, I haven't seen Deets on the streets in a really long time. Doobie doo. Scooby dooby doo. I left my son a message kind of like that. He thought it was funny. Because we have a similar sense of humor. We just laugh all the time when we're together. Deets on the streets. Wow. A federal injunction in a missing child's case. Wow. She's doing some big trauma thing. Look at this. They think that baking soda stops mice and rats. This is the only thing that got rid of mice and kept them out for good. It's safe for kids and pets. She was at her wit's end completely. And she inherited her parents' home. She wanted to keep it. I'm going to talk about my mom's home. What really happened, a true story. And I'll compare it to the false story. Anything for drama. Ew! Apparently baking soda gets rid of mice. What? Vamoose? What? Anyway, hold on. Beautiful day. It's a stunning day. Hold on a second. It's technically like one of the most beautiful days, I swear to God. This is a stunning day. Absolutely stunning. I should go to the... Oh, I missed getting my mail. Oops, I forgot to get my mail. Oh, well. Toop tom, ting tang toong. Tong tang ting tang toong. Ting tong tang. Toopy doo, dooby 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 doo. Tinky dinky doo. Dooby dooby doo. He's in South Carolina, you know. He brags about this town, but he always wants to be in Maine. Oops. Everybody sub up to, Steffers. Oh. Bob. Oh my God. I can see the people. Is that Bob? Bob, is that you? It's a beautiful day, guys. I literally cannot even believe what a gorgeous day it is. It's absolutely stunning. It's like the best day ever. Well, it was really nice to have a nice chat with you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Sub me up and like the video if you want. I love subscribers. Yes, I do. Pat Gaines. Ladybugs. I know, right, Pat? They think you're an... Aw, Pat says ladybugs. I've always thought they were... thought that when they come around, it's a message to you. They think you're an awesome mom and your kids love you. Oh, Pat. I love you, Pat. Sometimes Pat just really says the most loving, wonderful thing. You know. Pat is a wise woman. And she's earned the title. She's I think, Pat, aren't you in your, like, 60s? And maybe you're even in your early 70s. I can't remember. I feel like I can't see my chat. Hold on a second. Why can't I see? Hold on a second, guys. I haven't been looking at the chat. You know, I'm letting you guys handle yourselves as the adults that you are. Because you are adults. Pretty sure. Mostly people in here are adults. Are they not? Are they not? Hey, my Mel. Hi, Alan. Good to see you. What? Me? Why me? What are you talking about? I'm on their hit list? Are you serious? I have another hitman after me? You're not an adult? Well, you need to be at least 12. Wait a minute, Alan. What are you talking? You want to call me? What causes E. coli? Do I know what causes it? Isn't it from bad meat or something? Yeah. If we ate proper food, our shit would be worth... Honestly, think about it. Human beings are high-level star beings inside Earth avatars, guys. Hi, Adam. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming over. Hope you hit the like. How many likes do I have? 31 likes. Thanks, guys. I'll take 31 likes, you know? What the hell? Maybe it's Bob. Wasn't Peggy timed out? The fake Peggy? Oh, there she is. Maria Darling. It's funny. Some things piss off some people, but don't piss off other people. You know, some people will get really upset about something that happened, but other people won't care at all. Everybody's different. That's why you're all responsible for yourselves. I'm not responsible for anybody. Was there an internet? You're all adults and you're all responsible for yourselves. Isn't that the best news? I trust you. I, Team Rose, trust you, Team Rose. Pepe Chatelet. Rose Darling. Cindy. Hey, Cindy. I know what you mean when you had a wrench and then you don't have a wrench. I know what you mean, but I know how you're like, but like with certain people, I know it's like not that big a deal if I don't know them really well. But with certain people, I'm like, yeah, it matters because it's like this little it's become this big status thing. But I've been rejected so many times wrench wise that I'm kind of an old hat, pretty tough cookie when it comes to shit like that. My dream is to be a homeless person. Oh God, says PDR Studios in downtown. Good God. Crazy shit. All right, so anyways, let me see how much battery I have got. A little bit left. So the point is, the point of this discussion, the ultimate reason. Now, I had an outhouse. My mom had an outhouse. But she also had a house in town that she also bought, and we lived in that house, and she rented out part of it, and we built the house, the cabin that she wanted to live in down by the river. And she didn't build it at the top of the road like most Mainers do, close to the road, so that you don't have to deal with the winter. She built it at the bottom of the fucking hill. So it was a half mile to walk all the way the fuck down there, and then a half mile to walk all the way the fuck to the top of the road so that you could then walk into town. So I used to walk up that half mile hill barefoot, and then I would walk into town barefoot. It was a mile. So it was a mile and a half one way. So it was 3 miles. It was 3 miles all the way, right? And Heather, huh? Is there a Heather in here? You know how me and Heathers do. Me too. I'm barefoot savage. So I'm barefoot right now. I can't stand to have shoes. If I don't have to have shoes, I will not have shoes, you know? So anyway, I walked into town and I didn't know I didn't know that I was earthing, but that's what I was doing, you know? And, I don't know where to put this. I don't know where to put this. So, my phone is like frozen. I don't know. My phone isn't showing the chat. It's really weird. So I have to go like do it. It's really weird. We had a good stream with Steffers earlier. It was nice Steffers came back, and she did a live, and it was really nice to see her. So Richie was over there, I was over there, Casey was over there, Maria was over there, Mel came over, Leetka came over. We were all over there talking about P. Diddy, and true crime, Leilani. We talked about Menendez brothers. We want to get into all of that again. I've been watching Chris Watts lately, and I want to go over this one video with Tammy. Is it Tammy Lee? What's the name of that FBI person who was coddling and seemed to be in love with Chris? I cannot believe the way she touched his shoulder. He murdered his, and she was coddling him. It was the weirdest thing. And then trying to make excuses for why he killed his wife. It's really fucked up. Really, really, really fucked up. Hi, Aurora. So who else was there? I can't remember now, but anyways. Catlin was there. Was Gina there? No. Wait, I can't remember. But Lady O wasn't there. Did she come in? I can't remember. She was on for a while. But we talked about all kinds of things, guys, didn't we? So, yes, we did. Uh-huh. Yes, we did. Uh-huh. And you know what else, guys? I just want to say quickly that, I mean, people come and go. It's fine. Sometimes you get really hurt and shocked. But then there's times when you're like, what are you going to do? I mean, you can't control other people. I'm barely controlling myself. So, I mean, I have to, managing my own multiple personalities, all 12, is like a lot. You're from Bangladesh. Hola. I only speak Spanish. Bonjour. A little bit, un poquito French. Hey, Martin, do you want to learn a French poem with me? Do you want to learn? I know one French poem, but I used to know it by heart, but I only know parts of it. But it's a good poem if you want to learn it with me. I already know it, but I have to relearn it because I don't remember it. It's called Correspondance or Correspondences. And it's by Charles Baudelaire. Charles Baudelaire. Oui? Chat disconnected. Successfully connected. Life on Two Wheels, Boston, Mass. Hola, welcome. Love Chinese curry. Luna says, I'm sure having trouble with me phone. Where's Bob? Bob Raymond. I thought he was going to come in. Bob Raymond, I went live. See, he's like, when you going live? And I never know. I wasn't expecting to go live. Dola. It's just that, how are you doing, Doll? Are you feeling good? It's just, the reason he's like, when are you going to go? And I never know. For all I know, I'm never going to go live again. You know what I mean? Just to stay away from riffraff that, yeah, where is Bob? He said he was going to make a new account and he was going to come in with a new account. Because I said, you can be Bob, just don't be Raymond. Because the Raymond name gets me very upset. And I literally start to have an actual, and I'm pretty strong, but I have an emotional, my heart starts to race. So I should probably listen to that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We love you, Bob. Do you ever tell Bob that you love me? Do you ever tell Peggy that you love me, Martin? Do you ever say we love, when Peggy's there and I'm not there, do you ever say we love Rose? Do you ever say that? Just to needle her the way you like to do. Come and join us, Babaloo. Actually, Babaloo, I wish we had cake. I could go down and get some cake, actually. They're still open. This woman's probably sold out. So my friend Mark was trying to, I could not remember. I could use some cake, actually. I wish I had a tiramisu. I wish I had like an egg custard. I listened to your body and vibro. I know, right? So, but when he came in as It's Bob, it didn't bother me as much. And he's trying to win me over, but for all I know, he's a hitman. So what do you mean, Alan? What do you mean? What do you mean, Alan? What do you mean, Jim Bob? I have nothing to do with anybody. Why are they even talking about me? Why would you say that, Alan? Why would you say that? I have nothing to do with Jim Bob, and I don't even know the other guy. I do want some sweets. I do want some cake. I am going to go treat myself, I think. You have a song stuck in your head? I have to do, oh my God. So much recycling. Mommy. I also didn't get my mail, which was stupid. But I don't know. I don't think I have any mail. I really don't think I have any mail, but I might. This is a beautiful, beautiful day, but my body hurts a little bit. As I said earlier, to call him. Alan said, oh, really? Should I call him now? Should we put this, is this? And I'm only timing out for 10 seconds. Oh, did you time somebody out? Who are you timing out? I don't see anybody doing anything bad, but the problem with timing out is that I don't get to see what it is, and then I have to go look and see, and it takes time. That's the only thing. Should I call him now? How much battery do I have? It's hard for me to tell. So, if you guys get mad at me over things that I have no idea or that don't make sense to me that you should be mad at me for, it's like I'm just gonna have to leave you to cope with these things on your own. I mean, I don't know how to handle everybody's crazy. My own crazy is enough. I have plenty of my own crazy. I've got 12 people inside me making. Did you time somebody out? Oh, this one? Let's see. All she said was no. Let's see. And there's this. Let's see. Oh, I don't see. What was wrong with that one? What did they say that you timed them out? I don't see that. Oh, mini world. Let's see. English. Why are you timing people out, Maria? Uh-oh. English or Spanish? Why did you time out that person? Did they say? I don't see anything bad about that. Oh, okay, Rose, call me. All right. You call me. Actually, can you call me? There you are. I'll do it. All right, how much battery do I have? I don't know.
Hey, Rose.
Hi, Alan. What's going on, man?
Oh, you got to go and listen to last night's Jimbo show. The stand.
Yeah, do I have to?
Well, I think you get a kick out of it. I wouldn't worry about Jimbo too much. I think he's going to have a nice home down at Gitmo soon, near the lighthouse.
Oh my God, really?
Well, I tuned in last night. I check on these people just to see what they're doing.
But why would they target me? I don't have anything to do with any of those people now.
Oh, it wasn't just you, Rose. It was just about everybody that's normal on YouTube.
Really? What did they say? Give me the upshot. I won't have time to watch that whole thing. So what was the upshot?
Well, they basically got towards the end of the list, and then Kemper, I believe it was, brought up your name, or Jimbo brought up your name. I don't even know why.
Huh.
But evidently something that you had said, bothered them, so they put you on the list.
Oh my God.
So you're on a list with about 25, 30 other people.
That's bullshit. I don't even know Kemper. What's his name? Kemper?
Yeah, Matthew Kemper.
I don't even know. Yeah, but I don't even know who he is. How can he be mad at me?
Well, they're just, what's going on over there. They're looking for content. Ever since Ernie's gone, they got nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, Ernie was their moneymaker.
I know. I know.
I mean, just all you got to do is go in and look at Jimbo's file section, his lives and his videos. And for the last 2 years or whatever, almost everything's got Ernie's name in it or his picture.
Right.
And the big dummy, I mean, him and Nicolina, they wanted to get him arrested so bad. Now they got him arrested. Now they got nothing to talk
I know. My God, they took away their money, their monkey.
Yeah,
Ernie dumb.
Was their cash cow.
Yeah, totally.
But I heard that last night. I couldn't believe it. He was on, I believe he came on around 12:05 a.m. my time, Eastern time.
Who did?
And Jimbo.
Oh.
And then it was a ways into it where he got to you. But, I mean, he starts off, of course, with Ernie and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get into this list of all the people that they're, have said bad things about them.
1 second. I don't know who Suze is. I don't know if it's good or bad. I'm not setting... I just want to say one quick thing, guys. I don't make fake accounts that harass people. The only accounts I have are associated with my emails. And then because I blocked Dave in 2 of my accounts, I had to have another account that I used in order to see Dave's thing. So guys, I'm not making all these fake accounts that Peggy is constantly accusing me of. She's actually, everything she accuses me of is what she is and what she does, okay? I don't have time to make all these fake accounts. Even if I made a fake account, I wouldn't end up using it other than... What's a real account? Anyway, so I'm not doing the things she accuses me of doing. Now, a lot of people don't see those accusations because they don't go to Lionel's. But I was going to actually go through one of his chats showing kind of all of the horrible things people were, and all these, and then they were accusing me of all this stuff that it wasn't, and none of it was me. And I think Babaloo, since somebody said Babaloo about Bob Raymond, I think... What is not a fake? So anyway, I heard from the grapevine. I don't know anything about the Susies and I don't. I was accused. This is why it matters to me, because I was accused of making a fake account to harass Martin about his sister. And Martin might have believed that, and it was a complete lie. So these lies do affect relationships. And I think that Martin and I actually never would have had any problems had it just been between us and not people filling his head full of lies about me. There's a lot of lies about me, and I'm going to go over that. Yes, I am, Martin. Thank you, Martin. I actually wanted to address that because I care. I have to do a whole live about that because I was accused of so many things that are not me at all, and it was really hardcore stuff. And I couldn't believe I was blamed for that. I had no idea. And I was like, what? So please don't listen to anything anybody says about me. Please ask me. Don't listen to anything Peggy says. Peggy hates me. I understand she's funny to some people. They like her. It's fine. She hates my guts. It's a personal thing between me and Peggy, but instead of just keeping it between me and her in a private thing, she blasts to everyone in several different accounts, including Rose, including Teresa Bronson, who emailed me and wanted me to go over to that live so I could see the bashing. She wanted me to witness the horrible things she was saying about me, especially that burn in hell comment, right? Peggy, I know you, Peggy. I know you, Heather.
Hey, Rose?
What?
You know, you just described what the Satanists, one of their number one tactics is they blame you for what they're doing and make it look like everything that they're doing is your fault. That's number one, Satanism 101.
Exactly. Yes. Yes. And she is the premier in blaming me for the things she says. Rose made a fake account to troll Babalu Xanadu. Or Zandu, because if Babalu, whose real name is Laura, if she believes that, and Babalu knows that I didn't do that, and Babalu and I talked about this, and somebody else, it was Peggy will do anything, and you're all entitled to your feelings, but she does this to me. Now, it's between me and her. I'm not telling you not to like her if you want to like this person, but she actually tortures me, and she treats me like shit, and what she does is wrong, and it's inhuman. She targets me. She goes after me. She uses any channel she can get to get away with it. She's gotten away with it on Lionel's channel. She's gotten away with it on PCT's channel. She does not get away with it forever sometimes. She does not get away with it on Martin's channel, thank God. This is why I have a special affection for Martin. Because this bashing does not, of me or anybody else, does not happen around him. And I'm grateful for it. Because he's breaking that satanic cycle with his energy field. That's how I see it. And I'm grateful for that. Even though whatever. Like, I hate that you're lied about. I hate that Martin is lied to about me and has been. And I always have faith that Martin and every one of you will see the true me, no matter what lies are told about me. Now, Peggy's lies are outlandish, and I'm going to show you what they are. And I'm going to show you how she tries to sell this fraudulent porn site with my birth name on it. And she just did it the other day. You know, I don't want to focus on it in a way. Part of me doesn't want to even think about it. It took me a long time to even go there. Peggy had to disguise herself as she does, as Teresa Bronson, email me to make sure I saw that live. That's how important it was for her that I see 4 accounts bashing me, pretending to not be the same person. She's very good at it. I will give her that. She's very good at it. You do get excellent troll, Peggy, and you are one of the best. You're the best worst I've ever seen. You probably get the premier crown on cruelty. Using my dead mom against me is premier. Now, Babalu went into that shark-infested waters where they hate Team Rose, and she said, you really need to stop using Rose's dead mother against her to Rose. Babalu stood firm on that. And she was in a sea of haters. And I didn't even hear the whole thing because I can't bring myself to listen. I have to take in stages. Now, I think Babalu, the Laura from Ireland, I adore her. Now, she can believe in lies and get mad at me. She thought Peggy, in my opinion, It's Peggy, or I have a couple other people who would do that. And there's even some people that I thought of later that would, take Bob Raymond's name and use Bob Raymond's name to troll me, hurt me, scare me, threaten me. They use Peggy's name. All of it could be Peggy and a couple of other people, and they really went to town on me in Lionel's, and that was the end of my relationship with Lionel. And that's when I said, enough is enough is enough. I cannot. There is a real Peggy, there's a fake Peggy, and they're all the real Peggy, in my opinion, okay? Now, Peggy doesn't mind lying. If you think Peggy's telling the truth, you are fooled by Peggy. Peggy is a pathological liar. And when someone like that hates you, you are fucked. And I am fucked by Peggy. I think she's 67 years old, but... And, I don't know, she lies. And she'll call me a liar. She already has. She said every horrible thing you can say about another human being, she said about me. And she does it from different accounts, but she blames me. Now, some people are going to believe that bullshit. And I'm going to go over it. And I'm going to show you. And now people, if they can't hear who I am in my voice, she's going to do what she's going to do. It's up to everyone else to look at her and say, you're an asshole for saying this about Rose, and this isn't true about Rose, and I'm not going to listen to you. Are you funny other places? Do I enjoy some of your content? Sure, but I'm not going to believe you. Just please don't believe her about me. Ask me. Show me enough respect. If you're hanging out on my channel and you're making comments, show me the respect to ask me and get my point of view before you listen to any of... I did not make my own... See? No? Heather Panassi, this is how I know this is Heather. Because I know for a fact you did it, Heather. Why would I make my own poor site? See how she's in here? See? That is not something I would ever do. And I did not make my own poor site. You did that, Heather. You did it, Heather Panahi. You did it. The fact that you would even say that in here, see? See? The fact that she's saying that. Now, is this okay with all of you? Do you believe her? Do you believe her? Do you believe me that I did not make a porn site? Or do you think I really did make a porn site?
Hey, Rose?
What?
You know what you got to keep in mind? Now, I found this out after listening and looking at these people for about the last 3 years. First of all, a lot of these people, especially some of the older ones, are on psychotropic...
You made the porn site, Peggy. You made it. And the fact that you accuse me of it is proof that you did it. I don't even know where it is, and I can't access it. You can, and you're making money from it, and you're going to jail for that because it's against the law. I can't even believe you're in here admitting it. The fact that you're in here, you're admitting it right now. I found it, and it wasn't Rose. Peggy is sick. Now, anybody tells me you love Peggy in here, I'm not gonna like you for that. You don't need to rub this bitch in my face. And I don't want you involved on and defending of somebody who said, now you people who say that it's, I haven't seen it. You people who say it's me, you think I did this? She's in here admitting it. She's in here doing her usual sick thing. Is she on drugs? I think she's in a mental institution. She also could be teaching at that school. I know for a fact she sent. Look at her. Oh, you're so gross. I feel like nauseous right now. I feel nauseous right now. Hey, Martin, you want to go see her fake porn site? And do you have to pay for it? Heather, do you have to pay for it? You're a very sick woman. She's doing it right now. Do you guys think this is great? Do you want me to block her, or should we expose her?
Expose her.
Expose her. Don't block her. Expose her. Let her say her nasty shit. Now, you people that support this, I don't consider you really my friends if you support this.
You know, the other thing you got to realize, Rose, a lot of these people are overdoing it a little bit too much on the THC, if you know what I mean.
I don't think it's THC. I think it's other drugs and booze.
Yeah.
She's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yes, let her talk. It's evidence for me. Don't you dare block her. Go on, Peggy. Tell me about my sisters. Oh, we all love Peggy, don't we? We love anybody who loves what Peggy does to me. See, Peggy is out of her fucking mind. This is mentally ill shit. A grown woman Come on, Peggy, bring it. Come on, you old drunk. You know I don't drink. There's not an ounce of alcohol in me. No, it's not THC, Alan. It might be other drugs lacing THC, but it's not THC.
Well, it's like if she's
Expose
one
the
of
bitch.
Jimbo's.
Yes, please, Maria. Do not block this bitch. I want her to expose herself. Go on, Peggy. Have another whiskey. Have another whiskey, Peggy. Bring it, Peggy, because I will show you on Lionel's channel the chat from 4 days ago and all the horrible things you said about me, slandering me. This is not, laugh it off. You literally are deeply in my shit. Deeply. She thinks I made a porn site. No, I had a magical boob club on Vimeo. Different. This woman is real. This woman is like, it doesn't make sense for someone to hate somebody like this. I don't know this person unless she's my sister. I think my sister's daughter might act like this, but I don't think my sister would do this. I mean, my sister's done a lot of drugs. She has messed up her brain. Martin makes jokes, but, isn't it cute the way Peggy stays hidden? Nobody knows. She's spewing all these things about my life, but no one knows her life. Isn't she clever? Now, this is a very... you got to admit that somebody coming after me like this is demented and sick. What?
So other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you like the play?
You're funny. It was more than the magical boobs. It was... No, it wasn't Peggy. You're the most... Peggy, by the way, Peggy is a porn addict. You're gross, Peggy. It was probably your ugly crotch. No, I never showed my crotch. But ask liars, and they'll lie about me. Richard. Yeah, we're exposing Peggy. Look at her. No,
You
Peggy.
gotta laugh at these
I
people,
know,
Rose.
she's pathetic. I want you guys to see how pathetic and disgusting and seriously deranged this woman is. Exactly. The fact that she knows she made the porn site. I have confirmation of that. You cannot get out of that, Peggy. You can't get out of it. She knows she's caught. I got proof of it. You know how I have proof of it? Because her friend at the time, and I have to go inside and plug this stuff in now. Her friend confessed it to me, and I know for a fact that Peggy Panahi, yeah, Peggy Panahi, Heather Peggy Panahi, her middle name's probably Margaret, and so her middle name's Helt. She goes by,
Is that Peggy Panacci? Is that what you're saying?
Panahi, P-A.